I hope my opponent is somebody who is not strong against Ensnaring Bridge. That's my hope. This is a tough hand because it cannot cast anything. Like, it was slightly off. Apparently we should all be playing the prison deck according to Trophy Board. Yeah, I forgot I was supposed to play this. I would need to build this, so not today. I mean, I guess. It's low opportunity cost. But I was supposed to stream with this deck, I was supposed to play some with this deck. Since Susuru's MTG beats everyone. Do you have it built in my... Well, I'm lacking some cards definitely. BS Prison Max is probably the deck, right? Yeah, Girapur Orrery, Fetch Lands, only one Ghost Quarter, one Tech Edge, 3 Speed Glass, 1 Dumping Sphere. Well, there's only one reasonable thing for me to do right now. Add missing cards to wish lists. Mountain Pass. Guess I have time then. I'll keep that Babiola. I can try to steer for Lantern of Insight. And I failed to. I think it might be useful against Mountain because it could be Scred type shit. So I'm actually gonna take it because if I need a Fairland, I'm gonna find my Fairland with my Mishra's Babiola. Most likely Aeola. Oh, it's this one. It is gonna be tough because I don't have Witchbane Orb main deck and they have a bunch of burn spells. I don't know if there is anything to name. This is a mana ability, so I cannot name that properly. Gravedigger's Cage kinda helps. So let's play the Cage and then get the bridge. So there's Bedlam Reveler in this deck. You don't know why we didn't mill him, then we'd have more info for that decision. That's true. Turns out I could have milled an Instant or Sorcery and then Bedlam Reveler would be less expensive. It is posted somewhere on the internet, but I am not recalling any activated abilities. I think it just doesn't have any in the main deck. Like literally 0. Well, then you can name something shitty. You can name Experimental Frenzy and then he can never sack it. I'm into that. No, Madness on Fairy Temper doesn't work. Do we just let them draw off risk factor? Probably yes. Fetch land? Those decks typically don't run fetch lands, they probably should. They probably should. I think I should be milling my opponent to remove cards from the deck. Bedlam Reveler, no Bedlam Reveler. Like, if you look at the deck list, you have to go to Twitter and you have to type @HolyDiva. Then you will get to the account that posts insane amounts of those decks. It's like Lava Spike, Lightning Bolt, Fire Temper, Risk Factor in a typical list, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, 9, 10, which is 30 damage, which is kinda a lot, but I need to mill 4 of those or slash remove, and then I'm home. Do they even run Frenzy? No, they don't. They just don't have any cards with activated abilities, but I wanted to play out my Codex Shredder. Not Codex Shredder, Pithing Needle. Also got God because I take 7 now, so I actually have to mill more. It's problematic because yes, got a temper. I also enable Revelers now, of course, which is bad, but it's problematic because I have lost life points. from the combat step, which was going to happen anyways, of course. Gonna beginning of combat Wheel of Intervention, in case of Swift Spear and Trickiness. People don't know what Wheel of Intervention does nowadays, right? They all forgot. For sure. They can attack with Steamkin and then cast spells to grow it. Yeah, that's true. If they remove all the mana, but if they don't have exactly a 4/4 or a 1/1, then it doesn't work. Also, Insult is kinda tough. And also now my opponent can cast the... Well, they cannot. They cannot cast the Injury without killing their... No, they can kill the Phoenix. Injury on the Phoenix, I take 4, then I cast this. Well, I'm not entirely dead yet. If their last 2 cards are not damage spells. Then they Injury Phoenix in my face. I guess Tormenting Voice. You could also do that. Discarding a Bedlam will probably have more. Oh, Cage works! Actually, this... Okay, they can't cast it because it's Cage in play. There's a Cage in play. I was sure that my opponent can injure me, and I was like, why are you not doing that? Funny. Okay, I got Tempered for 6. That means that I'm going to a low life total of 1. And if my opponent plays a spell now, I die. They don't. Well, let's see if they realize that. Worth the try. If I lose against this shit deck, then it either means it's not actually a shit deck, or it means that I'm dropping. Ah, okay. Managed to work it out. I mean, did not manage to actually perform the necessary actions. Of course, I'm still gonna lose this game because this is how Lantern works. Unless I find Lantern, then I'm not. Then I'm just easily winning. I have Weird in my grave. Oh shit, they have Gutshot. And Temper. I can also draw Thoughtseize. Yeah, it's not too surprising because most people don't have the beginning of combat step and like you can easily forget to set it up. So I have 5 mana now and bet back Wheel of Intervention. Mill them still for reasons. Untap. Get the Montagna and a Moxerino. So they probably don't have anything good in hand. And even if they have, then I'm not gonna mill a mountain to prevent them from accessing a mountain. I don't have Witchbane now. I cut the Witchbane and put it in my sideboard because I was losing games because I was drawing it. Which hurts me now because I would like to have the Witchbane, but not necessary. This deck won an IQ ... It's 4 dots, notably. Well, that does not impress me because I have no idea what IQs are, and I do not differentiate between Star City tournaments. And IQ sounds like a actually low IQ tournament, as in small. That's what I always heard. The fuck? Oh, we have Cage, yeah. IQ is like PTQ for SCG circuit. Well, okay, I mean, not utterly impressed by PTQ wins. I'm gonna use some aid because I need to look at this potential sideboard options that could be Shrine, so keep a needle. Blood Moon Abrade. Burn. Risk factor. Does risk factor target? I think it targets. Yeah, it targets. It requires you to click on your opponent in standard. I leaked info now. People know that I played red decks in standard. Stary Aleyari. Probably want one needle. I don't think I want extra extractions. Yeah, cage shots of jumpstart and aftermath. Maybe on brutality for Steamkin on turn 2. I'm on the draw, so it matches up well. So mostly surgical. Yeah, they also have surgical. Spellscale protects from burn spells. It actually is good there. I probably want to get my surgicals. Probably will cut the Golkar spell. I'm not sure, maybe I want a surgical on my own, but there seem to be a lot of different cards. I just need to protect my cage, unfortunately. There's also potential Blood Moon, but I'll just dodge that. It's also not the exactly same list that the one that I showed you, so you know, it might vary. Weird deck for surgical without much ability to get cards into the graveyard. Yeah, it is kinda weird, but against Dredge you can play. Let's keep this. How did I draw lands? Against Dredge, you can play surgical from out of this deck because you would like to. Let me see. Screw Dredge while still fueling Bedlam Reveler, I guess. And otherwise, in a Bedlam Reveler deck, what would you play? Leyline? This is double Steamkin that produces a shit ton of mana, but if I take a Steamkin, then my opponent still has a Steamkin. Worse than Cage, CA Dredge. Well, this deck is vulnerable to Cage, so that makes sense for them not to play Cage, right? I mean, not greatly vulnerable, but a little vulnerable. I think I want to take Faithless Looting. Not too sure about that, but I kinda can withstand the attacks of Steamkins, maybe. Then I fetch Witchbane. It's a lot of pain to be taking. I shouldn't have played this land before steering because I wanted to steer this turn. I'm gonna take the Glimmer Void. Making land drops is more important than the Lantern, I think, because I might die on tempo very easily. Oh shit, it's happening. Yeah, the Lantern streamer is streaming Lantern. Call your family to tell them that. Bolt your face. Okay, I'm not gonna mill myself because there's the potential of surgical, I'm scared. I would like to draw a Moxen. I would not like to draw a Thoughtseize because I might be dead more or less in the future. A lot scared of surgical. And that's a normal thing. Everyone is scared of surgical in one way or another. Probably gonna die. I think brutality is fine. I think I bought it at the end, but I don't remember. I did. Maybe even no, Pyroclast does not sound like an effective way to handle a runaway Steamkin. It can definitely run away from under the Pyroclast. Am I getting bolted? Risk factor. Jump start. Can't attack, yet still hitting me for 4. You can draw your cards. Friend. It's also sick that this is a mana ability. Yeah, this card is good in Modern. When everything costs 1, then it just produces kinda infinite mana, right? If you're casting mono 1 mana spells. Which of course you aren't, but close to. You think you have like 80% winner against your Tron land being surgical? Would you also believe me if I would say that I have 100%, 119% win rate against my standing bridge being extracted? Or would you be kind of dubious and like, I'm not sure if what you're saying is actually true? Because I guess I believe you, but Blue Tron is kind of a bullshit deck, unlike Lantern. So it plays the Tron lands, but it doesn't really need Tron lands, so it's like, okay, fine. Let's keep this. Unlike Lantern, of course, yeah, definitely. We agree on that one. I'm gonna keep this for now, I think. It's inconvenient to scry. And it might use it for Wheel of Intervention, might be relevant. How come Lantern only plays 1 or 2 ley lines? It only plays 1 or 2 ley lines because I only put 1 or 2 ley lines. There are no other Lantern players in the world. Therefore my verdicts are definite and are followed by everybody else. This is a good draw, so I'm gonna acquisition here. And you know, this is my king to play. Wow, okay, opponent has a really bad hand. But this is my king to play to play 1 ley lines, single ley lines, because they actually don't get better in multiples, they get worse in multiples. But that's not the way you're playing ley lines. Usually you're playing ley lines because you want to stop something really badly and really quickly, and because they are truly effective in some spots. So usually people play 4 because they actually want to start with them in hand, but it's not like end all be all. I'm gonna cycle this bubble. Should have cycled it during my opponent's turn, definitely. It's a mistake. So Thoughtseize is bad. I'm gonna mill at Thoughtseize. I did it a slightly ineffective way, but now I got a second mill rock. That's very convenient. I can get a second mill rock. I can steer if I hit a breach and all of my life is figured out. Nice. What about colorless ley line known as Orb of Warding? Well, I have Witchbane Orb. I also felt that I want an extra card against Burn, and like, what is the next extra card against Burn? Well, it turns out it's ley line. Talk to me, talk to me. Talk to me, talk. Witchbane Orb is much better against curses, makes sense. Yeah, that was actually my... It has been relevant more than once, so there is no reason to ridicule that. It has been a relevant piece of text on the card. More than once. Do you announce orb triggers in paper? I don't even remember. I don't remember. I mean, probably not usually, but sometimes if I feel like it, then I say, point to the thing and say, trigger. For example, just like now, I madness my opponent's fiery temper because I think it's somewhat funny. They actually targeted themselves because they are like, ha ha ha, that was actually funny. I felt properly ridiculed. Curse of the Bloody Tongue and Curse of the Pierced Heart are scary. Yeah, that happens in Pauper, right? I killed the curse that... I killed the curse that mills you for a lot each end step. Shrine of Burning Rage targets to any target. Well, I am any target, but I'm not anybody. No, they target themselves because of Bedlam. Well, you're actually right. No, it actually still ends up in the graveyard. Did you change your PC side? What do you mean? What's my PC side? Politically correct site? I do have a YouTube channel where some of my VODs get uploaded. Seems like left to right. It's because I'm sitting like this. I usually sit like this. So this is why you are confused. Because I actually have a spine that moves. Seems like left to right. Same, yeah. So I allow myself certain degree of flexibility. It's a decent one. But I kinda need to make a decisions. Well, I don't need to spend my second Mox Pal mana immediately. I can probably take it slightly slowly. Better use my cards effectively than rush it. Like for example, see if my opponent is playing a dredge deck, looks like a dredge deck. Sacred Foundry, no, it's a burn deck. See, I learned a piece of information now. So I reveal a Mishra's Babiola. I'm gonna exile, look at my top card. You see Inquisition of Kozilek. I will happily join Inquisition of Kozilek. Also enables my needle. So I get the Inquisition of Kozilek. I see a bunch of shit cards. I can try to lock my opponent from mana lock my opponent. So take the Grim Lavamancer because it's a persistent threat. You have Lightning Bolt, Rift Bolt. And I would sacrifice the bubble on them. I see a Skullcrux, so I will allow that to happen. And then I play this. No, I need to play the needle on the land. That was the entire plan. Shit. Well, now I'm dead. I mapped it out. I mapped all of this out in my head, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna needle the fetch land, then I'm gonna do the thing. And if they don't have a land, I'm safe. And there's a land. And since I don't have the Witchbane or Perino in my main deck arena, I guess I will milk that. Game is hard. Yes, game is hard. Point outplayed me. If you were gonna play Shredder that turn, why not leave them with Lavamancer? You could have needled that. Well, have you not heard what I just said? I intended on removing this Wooded Foothills with my needle. But my opponent was smarter. Burn is tough game 1 with no Witchbane to fetch. Forgot the Kappa. Show your Kappas in the Twitch chat. Twitch chat, please. So now I've played too many life points. I go to 11. They have 6 points of. Well, if they drew a land in the one blind draw set, then I'm actually not dead. So there are certain scenarios. I cannot let this goblin guy throw me a land though. And of course, if opponent has a land, then all of my thing is for naught. One and only. Draw Leyline and win. It's game 1. I need to draw a Standing Bridge. And then my opponent does need not to have a spell in their hand. They threw a lava spike, so I'm dead. Yeah, they have a lightning bolt too. Therefore there is no outs for me. Just a well-deserved no outs. Let's see if I would dig myself towards the bridge. I of course would. Na 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 la 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 la. Yeah, I think the Pithing Needle line would actually win. Interestingly, so that would be cool. That would be cool to see. I like winning, and you also probably like see me winning, but that means that you get to see more games today, so, you know, pick your poison. Pick your poison. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Answers to Eidolon. I like seeing you lose too. Well, the 2 at the end of the phrase makes actually a very nice comment. No, I didn't have Manic Orb, but I also needed a... I mean, it's a ballsy move, but it makes me look stupid every time I play against Baron, right? Do I need to live Trophy because I don't have that many cards? Trophy seems like it's shit. Maybe 1 needle for fetch lands. I thought you hated Surgical. I'm surprised to see you run 2 in the main. People change opinions. I am one of the people. I'm gonna keep 1 trophy, 1 needle. Notes for Lavamancer sounds like crap. Unfortunately. Maybe I could keep a Thoughtseize over the trophy. Yeah, I think that basically what I think about Surgical is that Lantern is not Gucci enough to play without Surgical in the modern field nowadays. And you can cheese people out, and we're gonna keep this. And I'm gonna trick my opponent. And it's like, haha, my opponent passed the turn 1 foolishly, like a complete idiot. And I'm like, haha, I did that because I kept a no-land there. Ooh, Dio mio. That's a lot of points of damage. Is Lightning Bolt actually more points of damage? Because that allows my opponent to double spell quicker. Because they take... No, it does not really change anything. Well, maybe it does actually. Yeah, I think taking Bolt is better because I need to find the orb anyways. Kanister is one of the people. I thought Kanister was icon of robot. Or are you one of the opinions? Yeah, I might be one of the opinions. 17 damage in hand. Jesus. Prepare my Witchbane orb to bane some witches. Needle at its best. Not playing the Swift Spear, that is extremely odd. They had such an easy line of Swift Spear plus Bolt, but I guess they want to be more mana efficient. Let's just play the bridge, then... Although, no, I have such a bad card on top. Steer through that. Like, yeah, I will take a Milrock too. Or an extra Milkshot bubble? Does that make sense? Maybe I want an extra blue source. So I can play out my Mox Up and take less damages. But if I take a land... No, actually... stuff. Well, I can stop taking damage from monsters. My opponent has... Boros-Cham, Lightning Helix, Bolt. So that's 8 plus... It's 14. So I do not actually prevent my death in this way. So playing the bridge is kinda helpful, but only so slightly. I take the spell I can cycle. I can also cycle with the Mishra's Babiola. I can kill the goblin guy to prevent some damages. Or I guess a Swift Spear. I think Babiola Spiral Spellum is the best. It's extremely awkward. I might use it on killing it. Hey Lantern guy, what's up? I'm here lanterning and having extreme fun. I hope you too. There's an idol on top, but it can be removed now. Come here. Nigga, nigga, nigga. So you got a nice new sponsor. Yeah, I am sponsored by Hallelujah. I'm part of the Hallelujah Pros now. They have 7 damage left. I take 2 this turn. They can only play 1 or they can play 2. Let's kill the Swift Spear. It's better. Go to 6 and I cannot draw a land. I cannot draw a burn spell. Therefore it is slightly problematic. It is actually pretty problematic. Well, I can give them a fetch land. If I can needle it, I guess a risk factor. I mean, this one at least does not kill me. It's named Wooded Foothills. Didn't even get the right fetch land here. Extremely unfortunate. Oh, I also died to Boros Charm because this attacks me. Forgot about that. My opponent also kind of no, they use both Boros Charms. You can draw Eidolon, Lava Spike, Montania. Wait, what? No, Lava Spike, Eidolon. The mountain was rebuilt from something else. I'm not completely dead. Slightly like too low on resources. If I won the game 1, of course it could have been better. And I would take the bad game, be on the draw here instead of losing a game on the play and stuff like that. They're also paying the iron price for not having Witchbane or main deck against every now and so when we play against Perm. At least I was not playing against Blue-White because that not only feels hopeless, it's also very long every single time and you're like, kill me please. Perform the act of mercy killing. Yeah, euthanasia. That works too. I'm gonna keep this hand because it's unplayable enough for my tastes, and it can actually win the game if things go slightly right for me. La 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 la. Also, like somebody mentioned Witchbane Orb in the context of Utopia's Pro. Red. I'm gonna shred for info my opponent. I think that's more relevant than milling myself. But actually, Creeping Chill is each opponent. Does not work on Creeping Chill if you want to stop it. My opponent's probably playing the Ponza deck, the Ponza scheme. So I want to draw multiple lands. I'd also like a discard spell to clean matters with my opponent. Oh, the lantern guy. I mean, maybe my opponent actually does not have enough relevant cards. I will let them draw the Molten, Rain, draw the Mox, play my Standing Bridge. Maybe they don't have enough relevant cards main deck. I don't have a Witchbane up to sit behind. Unfortunately, they followed up with a fetch land. And they will Molten my Rain. Presumably. Yep, I got molted. I have the Assassin's Trophy, 1 copy in my deck to clear things up with the Tireless monster. Who will you team with in PT? There's no team PT. Unless you're asking about my Pro Tour team series. Team, because if that's your question, I'm actually teaming with Team Eureka. Wait, kill this off. Mill this off. I'm teaming with Immanuel Gershensen, Panos Papadopoulos, Alexa Telarov, Elias Klocker. Who was the 6th person? I can't remember now. Well, it was definitely me and somebody else too. As you can see, I'm fully invested in the well-being of my team. I cannot get a... I'm probably gonna get an extra meal rock. Oh, Blood Moon. Well, Blood Moon's whatever. Is the 6th me? Well, you tell me. It was definitely me, he says not sure, haha. Oh, it's also Radek, yes, I'm teaming with Radek. Radek Kaczmarczyk, who is the Polish captain. I guess not the captain, captain is Greg, but... Radek is the Polish champion for a 2nd year in a row, which is kinda... So it's Radek, Elias, Alexa, Immanuel, Panos and Kanister. Yes, that's you, Radek, Porsche, FDBDSK. I kinda do not believe you. Kinda do not believe you now. Because that's actually not the correct pronunciation. It seems like my opponent is missing lands. Yes, I'm talking PT Pro Tour Team Series teams. How do you not believe me? I am the only one that can spell your name. Actually, I am convinced now. It was all that it took. Well, the cursor tracker combo is kinda tough. Let's remove large chunks of my opponent's library in short periods of time quickly. Kanister MTG, did you know you might be a cheating scumbag? I did not? I don't know. I do not cheat at Magic tournaments. I will mill the bird. But you can explain more in detail what you mean. Statistically, it's impossible to do well at multiple Magic events in a short time. I'm not even doing well, so I guess I'm safe. It always takes a lot of misses for me to get one win. Murph is a goddamn mastermind. Yeah, Murph is a very, I guess, interesting person. A very stupid YouTuber. It does the famous Desolator magic. I have not heard a single person ever refer to that person other than Smurf. It's like only Smurf watches him. And Smurf's alt-right friends. Maybe, I don't know. You don't need a Keshik Wolfran. So then they throw a Chandra. Well, I mean, I have a meal for cars per chain. I have 30. Maybe they won't be able to burn me out. Yeah, this chat lacked some Smurf. Wiseness. OMG kanister just need a clue. That's right, actually I forgot about that interaction. Thank you for reminding me, friend. Bird plus Wolfram is an out. Well, I was planning on needling the Wolfram, but it could, yeah, be helpful for them. They don't have the bird, but they could draw the bird, of course, with tierless tracker. Because I don't have any control over their life. Well, they only have one clue. No, they had no clues on the battlefield. This name always boggles me, because it is, like, does it mean Keshik Wolfran? Is Ran a noun here? Or what? It's not a verb. A run is a term used for a path an animal takes through a forest. Okay. As in frequently or like typically? Chandra is usually the right needle name. I mean, if Pippin plays Chandra, then I would get Gyat. Inferno Titan. Keshik is a place in Innistrad. Yeah, I know that. I know that Keshik is a, I don't know, area in Innistrad. I'm going to draw this false seed because I'm very curious. The point actually is kinda lantern locked. I kinda beat the tracker, although cursor tracker is kinda tough. This is a path that wolves are visiting, or I guess using on the plane of Innistrad. So it is actually a noun. Wolfram. And since the wolves are traveling here, and I assume by wolves also by extension werewolves, that means that you know, you can use a lot of mana to increase the power of a monster and give it trample. Because you are running, so you're like gaining speed and accelerating, which is the same. And I don't know, you hit with more impact once you get there. That's what I think it is, flavor wise. Ślad or ścieżka? That makes sense. Ślad or ścieżka. I'm not gonna take anything. Although I guess I'm gonna take the Botanical Sanctum because I lied. Another Molten Rain does not provide a relevant breakpoint, and that would be the fourth one. Well, actually, I guess you can log tracker if they end up not finding anything. There's probably nothing left in the deck anyways. Oh shit, they are cracking a clue. How'd they get that? I'm gonna remove this Bloodblade Elf. I mean, it probably doesn't matter. Probably should let it go. Because I'm actually letting my opponent draw lands. Which gives them traction again, and probably they will mill out, but they have more bolts in the deck. So I can die to those bolts. As opposed to not dying to those bolts, so... Bad kanister. It helps when they have no relevant cards in their deck, yeah. If they play Rexage, PBE is kind of a threat. It's main deck, there is no Rexage. You kinda like milling PBE. I also kinda liked it, but it was actually bad. So it turns out that I actually made a mistake. Which is not common for me, but also not uncommon. My opponent concedes because their deck is shit and only full of standard level cards. Although I think the Ponza deck will be kinda good against standard. Some of the standard, maybe, I don't know. Would it be even good against standard Golgari decks nowadays? Probably it would be. Yeah, it would be. I think the only thing you agree with Daddy D is that Fabs is cheating scam who isn't sorry he cheated, just took his ban and was like whatever. I mean that is seemingly is what happened from social media things that you could have observed or not. Fabs is Fabrizia. So post board they gain grudges. And as they say, grudge. Od gradzarza mam odcisk. We don't have a great way to beat anything here. I have 2 islands now, so it's kinda easier to cast Tezzeret, but they fought. They probably got some of the stone rings, but not all. Guess Nature's Claim for Blood Moon, I don't know. It never works. New cheating drama? No, it's very old cheating drama. It's about Fabrizio Anteri. That was 2015. I played against his team at the PT. I played against a team of Fabrizio Anteri, Matthew Fox and Pete Ward. I won't play against a team of constituting of Matthew Fox too soon, I guess. It's a shit hand. Don't think I'm winning with those. Although maybe. I like this more. Mango got suspended at some point, but no one seems to remember why. Do you remember why it was? I've heard of it a few times, I guess, but never actually heard why. And it's always interesting. Ambrade Grudge. I think I take Grudge. It's slightly better to take Grudge. It's mostly not different. La 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 la. Oh wow. Dios mio. I didn't even need to convince my opponent at all. They're just insanely... That was insanely aggressive. And also very, very bad. Tierless. I have the spellbound for Tierless, so it's not the end of the world. Although it is also not the start of the world. Could needle wooded food heals, but that's extremely poor. Also, all Italians are cheaters, so you just assume Mango is the nicest of the cheating Italians. Well, that's definitely true, right? Unfortunately, my opponent played the first land, so I cannot avoid getting them double clue. Drawing extra card after mulligan. Oh, they played the fetch land. Okay, okay, fine. Works for me. Assassin's Trophy, definitely useless here. So I'm gonna play the needle. My opponent cracks the fetch land and kill the track arena. So, thank you opponent for performing the actions in the least threatening way possible for me. They are drawing the Bright Barino. They might still die very easily. They don't know what to actually name. They didn't seem to have Chandra main deck. I think now that's a Thoughtseize if you miss Johnny Mulligan. Yes, it is the typical fix. There were no relics. Ooze. Why do I have 2 needles in my deck actually? Now that I think about it. There's nothing to name. Engineer exploits, they don't replay that with Bloodbraid Elf. I guess I can name the relic. We got Stone of Dragon. Well, I would like to name it Clue. If only you could. If only a reasonable play would be a legal play. Dead. First one is okay sometimes because you can hit Abo L. Can needle name clue tokens. Island sucks with Assassin's Trophy. Island sucks real balls. I don't like 2 islands. Blood Moon is like a good solution for Blood Mooning. Claim is also bad, but some things you can remove. I just need to draw a good, well-rounded hand. My opponent did some shitty actions this game. I failed. I don't. Maybe I was supposed to take the draw too in this matchup. I don't remember all of those. It is so like not intuitive to take the draw in Magic the Gathering. Top 8ing challenges like it's going out of style. Do you mean the fact that I top 8 a challenge last weekend? Because if you mean that, then yes. See fucking Shatterstorm here. Wizards needs to print a card named Clue. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be entirely insane. You did back to back, right? I mean, I skipped one in between 2 weeks. Trade the Tracker over the Shatterstorm. Both are losing propositions. But yeah, I did top 8 twice, essentially. And take the bubble, I need to draw some Thoughtseizes. I don't have a Tether to draw. That would overpower the removal. What if they print Clue in a commander product or something? It does not work. It has to be a card that's legal in the format. Yeah, so I still wouldn't be able to name it in Modern. Smiley. 2 top 8s, sounds like you cheated. Of course I cheated my way onto those. A braid from the top. Actually I should have played the Standing Bridge. Maybe. I don't know. Na 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 na. They could potentially print it as a split card half. That would be awesome. Cluedo. That would be the split card with their new naming convention. Or Clueless. That kinda actually makes sense. Whereas Upbraid and Shadowstorm. So I have a plan to win the game, but I don't know what. Is it just milling them and hope that they won't try anything ever? Maybe. Maybe I just randomly hit all of the threats. Like, that sounds at least somewhat plausible. Because I mill grudges. I mean, they also have Inferno Titan in their hands, so... Okay, they just couldn't resist. In that case, just let it go. Very fortunate that my opponent did that. I mean, there are actual split cards in Ravnica, so like it could be released in the new one. For example, an Azorius one. That doesn't really work. Clueless for their themes. Don't think it's worth to play anything after some careful consideration. Maybe Simic. Maybe. You're gonna be the one who saves me. Okay, got the posits for Shadowstorm. I'm actually, like, depending on the amount of removal spells they are holding. Probably, well, that's extremely odd to do. They just have an extra Brade, but they wasted it. Dio mio, I am actually getting back into the game. It would be Dimir, you are pretty sure, but Dimir's time's over. Yeah, Dimir would be the best. It should be Clueless rather than Discovery Dispersal. Definitely. I mean, they are not doing much. I mean, I had a shit ton of removal. They had a shit ton of removal spells, and like that beats Lantern by itself. But my opponents decided to spend all of them in the least efficient ways that there were, and therefore allowed me to achieve a somewhat stable game state. Maybe I should be buying back the Bauble, but I felt like I could draw a Lantern and I did. Can we all agree to call it Clue/Clueless now? I mean, I hope we can. We can change Errata the official card name. They did Errata invert, so they can definitely Errata Clueless to its now proper name. They have one blind draw in their hand, so I just have to hope that it's not an Ancient Grudge. Yeah, driving Lantern off the top is a much better strategy, smiley face. I like your use of smiley faces. I don't know, I kinda want to get rid of the juice, but like if I'm getting him closer to a grudge, it's overall bad. Na 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 na. I kinda value my academy ruins, I don't know. I cannot let them to tireless the tracker. Yeah, maybe it was too ambitious to mill that ooze. Because now I'm spiraling. Instead of not spiraling. They're gonna draw the tracker either way. Punt? Yeah, it's not a typical, like, punt. Because it was like more sophisticated than punting. It was not like not blocking a creature that you clearly could have blocked. They're gonna draw the Stoner and destroy my Academy Ruinations anyways. If they are smart, they might be holding a another removal spell for Snake Bridge, if they had access to it to attack me, but it's not that likely. Kanister 5-0. What do you mean? Are new modern 5-0s posted? It's not like planning. It's not like playing a play around pipping needling the opponents off their lands and then forgetting to play the needle. It's definitely not that, right? It's definitely not that. A totally different thing. No similarities between those two. If you don't turn one blind name fetch lands, are you even trying? It's a good question. Hey, listen. Okay, there is Chandra. So opponent probably has sideboarded Chandras in limited numbers, probably. If you're holding an extra braid for trickiness, it's kinda impossible. Well, maybe I should be playing around that because that's the only thing that I can lose to. They might also be holding a Bolt, which they left post-board because Bolt is a good card, of course. So yeah, they might be holding an extra braid. Odds are very slim, but plausible for somebody with a wide range. It's always hard to account for your opponent's range and its wideness. And you're like, oh, this person does that. This person can even imagine performing such an action. It's hard to believe. Okay, I'm anxious. I just draw the Inquisition. I need to calm myself. It was Bolt on all along. They don't even try. They had the bird and Arbo Elf, but they're like, oh, I'm not casting this. No need to. Hit them with the aggro G's, maybe they will get the reference and concede. Or maybe they'll think, wow, this guy is such a prick, GGing me in the middle of the game. It's not the middle. Omae wa mou shindeiru. But it was also not entirely incorrect that I am a prick, because I am sometimes. For example, now I kinda was. Fortunately, unfortunately, opponent ignores. I'm scared of milling them because they have a bunch of grudges in their deck. Again, they have Wolf run Bird as a theoretical out. I mean, they are not gonna draw it, like that's the entire point of the Lantern deck. That's the... Unless you deny it, yeah, exactly. They have Zakama Avatar. You don't want them to lose. Yeah, the silver avatars are much better than the golden ones. Zakama, Dovinban, those are the real powerful characters that you can identify with, or at least I can identify with in Magic the Gathering lore. Chandra, Torture Defiance, bleh. Jace? No, there is no Jace avatar, but there's a golden Nicol Bolas avatar, for example, or Jaya Bala avatar. This Jaya's fine. Jaya is a cool granny. Well, I've read some few sentences from a story piece from Dominaria time, and I remember that it was fairly, as young people say, cringy, the character of Jaya Ballard. That's how I felt after reading a few sentences about her not remembering and telling stories about she got so drunk that she got worshipped on a plane. And I'm not talking about a aviation vehicle. Yeah, magic lore is something that I sometimes touch. Briefly. Remember when Reddit wanted bridge banned? Well, they were right. They wanted it banned. Remember when Reddit wanted Golgal Grave Troll unbanned? That actually didn't happen. Beat Ponza. It was weird. A weird game. What's my matchup with the new dredge? I have not played against the new dredge deck yet. I assume it's harder than it was against the regular dredge deck, which was hovering around 60 few percent for me, or maybe slightly better than 60 few percent. Never felt like overly great, and was dependent on the exact amount of hate that you had. Problem is that chill is kinda hard to stop, because Witch Mina does not stop it, so you kinda need to extract it, otherwise you're taking 12 and there's no way to avoid that really. And again, I'm taking the gamble because it is dependent on my opponent's deck whether it's good to play Lantern Turn 1 or not, or the Inquisition. But since if my opponent has a... we're playing against Dredge. Since my opponent could be playing discard spells and I have this, then even if they discard this I can finally replace. I don't know. It felt like Lantern to me, but no idea. Can Pixies it? Yeah, you can Pixies it. But like it's hard if it's not on the top, because, you know, then you can't, obviously. Pow, quickly! Are you going to mill your Narcomoeba to get a free 1-1, or are you going to wait? Nice. Nicely played, opponent. Inquisition their hand, preferably taking the Reunion, although they might have another one or a looting. No, that's actually kind of tame hand. Let's take the Reunion, they have a Conflagrate. Codex Shredder is not a terrible draw, but I think I want to steer through it, looking for a bridge quickly. If I miss, I'm just gonna take it. And the Pitting Needle can stop Shriekhorn. Not too shabby. But no dredging for my opponent. No attacks with Narcomoeba, respectful. I wonder if I should be exiling this Conflagrating their draw step. I was removing Needle end of turn anyways, like gave them the choice by allowing them to play the fetch land, but didn't actually care too much about it. I guess I can draw an extra land now to not overextend, but it is an extra land. So now I'm looking for a bridge and then for an extraction for Conflagrate. So it is kind of a pain that I don't have the way to remove it. But my opponent has some poor Shriekhorns. I guess I also have slight control over the Shriekhorns. They milled monolands. Now this Shriekhorn is also kind of an enabler. And like they might draw a real bad card and then they would need to Conflagrate me. Extraction is Gucci, but only in some ways. I might probably mill the extraction, depending if my opponent casts the conflagrate or not. Well, I guess I don't have the priority between them putting it in the graveyard and casting it, and they will probably cast it. Can also extract blood gas, some like extreme clockiness. But if they are willing to draw the amalgam next time, I'm gonna mill the extraction, and I'm gonna be ready to be able to bring it back if necessary, but I'm also gonna mill myself towards Instaning Brigade. Wow, 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 wow. Which might or might not happen at some point. Hi, no, no, no. It needs to happen next turn basically, but I think it's likely enough. Because we can extract the conflags, which I should be able to do at some point. I don't remember if they have the Fawful in their hand, but I assume they do. Because I wouldn't remove a land from the librarians. Yeah, so they are conflagging me. I go to 14, they have 3 shields in their deck. Oh, they cast it for full. Wow, that's great. Well, so they don't have any traction anyways. They don't, I have much more time. Kage is good to draw, right? You cannot Kage the Creeping Shield, but... By the way, is Lantern a secret top deck again? Are we just tired of Hollow One? I have not played Hollow One in a while. My default go-to deck if I want to win matches of Modern Magic right now is KCI actually. But I asked chat, hey chat, do you want Lantern? And they were always, the chat is always like, yes, we want Lantern, the best deck to watch, the most fun deck. Yeah, so I was like, okay, I can give you a League of Lantern of Legends. Then you will be satisfied, you will like my stream and you will subscribe. And everybody agreed to those terms. Where's my bridge? Fortunately my opponent is not doing anything and I have Gravitas Cage and they only have 2 shields left in the deck. You voted for Zakama? I don't think you even were there. I see Modern didn't change much actually. I mean there were some shifts, like for example the way the humans deck disappeared. Pretty insane actually. Not necessarily understand all that happened. You're always there? You'd have to win 3 GPs. 3 GPs in a row, Dio mio. Kinda sucks. You're playing Dredge and your opponent has Maniac Extraction and Cage and you're like, oh, get off of me, you dork. I'm gonna board an Ego. I don't think I'm gonna board in Witchbane Orb. Actually. Just find Cage and protect Cage. Trophy is balls. Ego is balls, but I need to feel it with my own skin. How has Ego been versus Tron? I have not played a match where Ego was relevant yet, so I cannot really tell you. I think Needle is good against... I mean, good. It's maybe acceptable on the draw, on the play versus Shriekhorn. There's also Brutality, which I could replace an artifact with. Those are fine. Fill balls with your own skin. Are you referring to the action I'm actually doing right now? If you put it this way, it sounds awkward. I'm gonna keep it, but it's risky against Dredge. You played Ego in Abs and Company side, but it's blue. You don't have enough the proper colors of mana to cast it. I think you are mistaken. Your deck was not Abs and Company, it was actually... This is actually which more company? Learn your nomenclature, you dork. Yeah. Acquisition, take your garage, cry. Okay, maybe my plan will whiff. So my opponent did not get an extra... They bought it in Fotsis, interestingly. And also, my opponent did not get an extra dredger, so... Well, I guess that's a dredger. And there's also the conflag, so probably getting conflagged for 4. Then I can play a Lantern Codex Shader against dredge, and the opponent will be like... And I'll be like... Imp. Fine. So preferably I draw Cage now. I could play Glimmer Void first. To risk. I don't know. I guess my opponent gets the extra 5 points of power for sure next turn. Just kinda problematic. Because they're getting the Darkmoss Salvage. If they are sane. Turns out they were sane. Humble. So since Creeping Chill cannot be properly stopped, I am in deep trouble. Deep trouble. Maybe it was too weak to keep on the draw. Possibly it was. Likely it was. Unmoored Ego to the bottom. The bottom feeder. Actually, let's keep this in my hands so my opponent cannot draw the reunion. Barely matters. They're gonna loot anyways. Honolulu. It's more or less, yeah, the lyrics. The song. So I need to extract, I need to find Cage and then extract Creeping Chill. I have, roughly speaking, 3 draw steps to do that. There is an Ancient Grudge. It dredged a Imp and an Imp. So I need to find the exactly Cage. But exactly Cage, not Weir of Intervention. If I find exactly Kage, then we are talking. Kage, sing with me, Twitch chat. I guess even Jar would do it for a turn, but probably not for an extended period of time. Yeah, I'll just sub it like this. I could remove Pyrite, add Pithing Needle. So I can get Shriekhorn openers, but I can get them with discard anyways. Maria. This needs to be mulliganed. This hand is such a bummer. Loser, are you calling me a loser? Well, that makes sense since I lost the game of Magic the Gathering. So it is not totally unexcusable, although it's not nice, and it annoys me that you are doing that in my own Twitch chat. You shit eater. I don't know if that's a proper insult even. Yeah, I couldn't discard the Shriekhorn because I couldn't play the discard spell on turn 1. I have the Weir for turn 3 Kage, so maybe I can stop my opponent for some time. They are getting the Narcomoeba already. Start by Inquisition, although those two gain reveal other pieces of information. This deck is bad, play more Bottled Cloister. I will, actually. I will. No, I will be flooded. My opponent gets the access to Narco Miba. And they chill. Chill out, dude. Na 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 da 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 na 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 na. Looks like Dredge got some new toys. That's true. Ooh. Ooh. Creeping Chill not targeting is a very poor design choice, but you have to take care of those multiplayer matches. They might mill garage, so just get the cage. You have to take care of those multiplayer matches, right? Where you want Creeping Chill to damage each opponent, not just one. Although I don't know anybody who has ever played a multiplayer match of Magic the Gathering. Ooh. Ah, joink. Faithless looting is good. Not casting? Oh, just attack me. Okay, Bloodghast, Copperline, Shriekhorn. So nothing really. They have 2 more chills in their decks at 6. EDH is very popular, but it requires friends. Yeah, the EDH is played in between 2 mature people. Or at least it would be if the choice would be mine. $5 say zero designers even thought of Modern Dredge when they made that card. I thought of Modern Dredge when I've seen that card. EDH losers. Yeah, everyone who plays EDH is a complete loser and also probably an incel. Otherwise, how would you play EDH? More likely than not to be true. I'm kind of flooding after moving to 5, which is not pleasant. But this Codex Shredder is gonna fix my draws forever. When milled an Ancient Grudge foolishly. Conflag is not threatening. EDH has a weird typical situation of everyone getting mad because they don't want anyone else to win but themselves, yet they wanna play with multiple players. Multiplayer EDH can be very competitive, it just typically isn't. How can you reasonably play it even? How can you reasonably play multiplayer EDH? Where like everyone is facing off against everyone. Just doesn't work. As a competitive game where actually everybody is trying to win to the same extent. Okay, so my opponent is on the plan of dredging games to deal damage to me, so I die to the last chill. I won't. Who is a kingmaker? I guess they also have the conflagrate in their hands, so I kinda want to fetch bridge ASAP. Let's do it ASAP then. So I lose my shredder again, lose control, but I don't want to die to conflag for small amounts. What does the Dark Confident come in against? Blue-White control, like the biggest thing. Academia Noise is awesome. Ah, they can melee! Fortunately they did not. But they definitely could have milled 2 of my cards and I'll be like, oh shit, I lost my ruins now. Shouldn't have cracked this. Forgot about that funny interaction. Vata Shiva, Vata Shiva, Vata Shiva, Vata Shiva, Desu, Desu, Vata Shiva, Neko, Neko, Koru, Vata Shivoru. A claim on top. Better remove that really quickly. Is EDH fun? Discussion. Vol 7000. Well, let's summarize it. It's not, and if you are a reasonable person you should not be playing it because it's better for your mental, physical and social health. Easy. What's all that fuss about? Just keep it simple. I will let my opponent draw that looting instead of reshuffling. Although I actually should just reshuffle. There are so many shits in the deck. I can buy back the lantern next turn. There is the last chill. Well, you should chill out, dude. Saying that phrase is just so fun for me. I mean, what's the actual point of EDH? That's a discussion that could take many years. Or maybe just specific to people. That's a good idea. A good point. What did they dredge? They did dredge a Golgari Thug. I can accept that. That means that I'm winning the game, which is extremely pleasant. It makes my inside warmer. Insides. The point of EDH is to introduce cards that ruin Legacy while simultaneously milking the casual crowd who has no idea what they want. And also pro players write articles on sites before GPs to actively mislead the crowd, to make the crowd play shit decks. That's likely. I agree. Also, your statement is actually true, but I'm parodying it anyways. I mean, the fact that it just is a silly way to introduce cards that they would not print in standard, but still want them in Legacy. Legacy dredge, no creepy. Pow, model almost exploded from all this processing of the game state. Neat. Free one. Commander and mouth briefing. Hating on EDH is edgy, so I like it. I mean, the ideas are noble. The ideas are noble. Nice hand, I'm gonna keep it. Frontier was not actually introduced by WTC. It was like a fan-made thing. Is this under dredge? Blood clip could be. But I tapped one? I guess tapped one could be. This card is not that good. Breaking news. I mean, everybody knew that. Swamp, that's no dredge then. It's like Mardu Pyromancer or Jund. Am I playing against an actual Jund deck? Yes! Dio mio, as they say. Shouldn't have played the Mox. But I drew 2 lands, smartly. Oh, it's a Hallelujah thing, that's actually true. Scary. Bolting me. Let's kill the Confidant then. So my opponent only draws 1 card per turn, which is fairly more okay than drawing 2 cards per turn. For example, you can have this beautiful Twilight Maya, but you won't get this Assassin's Trophy. The edgelords say ASAS, and many people have problems with this acronym. ASAS, that's incredibly rude. Max PV? I don't know what my opponent is. I have not ever heard of Max PV. Have not ever faced Max PV. Ooh, Marvel with fetch lands. You gain your energy for even more free. It's always on blue-red control. Why wouldn't people play cool decks like KCI? Yo, Kanister, are you gonna play Amulet in the near future? I was not planning on doing that, Lori. I wanted to build a bullshit Susurrus _MTG prison deck because I had to stream of it, but I forgot about it. And I want to check it out because this Susurrus _MTG person keeps winning matches of Magic the Gathering online, which is somewhat impressive. And it looks like the deck looks like crap, but looks infinitely better than it was used to look. Looks like that. Will I play GP Atlanta? Yes, I'm going to play GP Atlanta. Actually, probably with KCI, because it's a Gucci deck. Is this the real Kanister? Well, I just put the hat on my hand, so I hope now you can recognize me. This is supposed to be good against Jund. Wielding Jar. Probably just Leyline. No Orbery, no. Spellskite. No, Spellskite sucks because Liliana can make you sacrifice it. And I don't think anybody plays Tracker in Jan anymore, but some people do. So I will keep 1 trophy of ASAS variety. Cut the cage. Not 60. Well, I mean, okay, I guess I have no more choices. Don't have too many sideboard cards. if you don't play Lantern for extended periods of time, then your sideboard becomes a mess. But at least it's like mono singletons, which I enjoy. It looks aesthetically pleasing. Now you have to put dots in between those. It is a short from Assassin's Trophy. This is why I said it's the acronym. I could see myself keeping this hand. It is powerful, but I never cast that as red. But I'm playing against John, like I can't mulligan against John. There's no mulligan against John. Like, that's just the truth, that's the fact. Somebody did not cross their fingers. I guess nobody did cross, and no fingers were crossed because I didn't ask for that. Should have asked you to cross your fingers. But you were like, oh, I was not crossing my fingers because I forgot. I didn't know. I had no idea. Well, I should have asked. Tarmogoyf. Some people remove Tarmogoyfs from their decks. Possible, but very few. Like, I guess I only met one person who did that, and it was very smart and I was impressed. Why don't play Mox here? Well, no. Whatever. Doesn't matter if I played or not. I think I'm better off looking at 2 cards than trying to double kill and have 2 mana in one turn. They have a Confidant on top. Well, I found a land, but drew 2 more copies of Lantern, which is, roughly speaking, terrible, and to be exact, extremely bad. So I'm probably buried already. I think I can let Liliana live. I won't have Liliana because they don't have the second black even, but I grew the Tarmogoyf to impressive sizes. What do you think they should remove Goyf? I mean, maybe not always, but if you can, then it's a good strategy because Goyf is a dumb card. It does not have... I guess I could have reshuffled, but I also was drawing a bad card. So, you know, it was too much for me. I was like, no, I can't handle that. Goyf is just stats, so like it gets blanked by a Standing Bridge entirely. If you remove your Goyfs, then you have more cards that have an effect. Which is pleasant. And you know, then Lantern player keeps all of his Standing Bridges and goes through all the trouble of deploying that in Standing Bridge, and you're like, ah, I don't even care that much. Let's take the draw, actually. Wait, did my opponent put me on the play last game? No, my opponent chose to play first, I just didn't draw a land. But I actually want to be on the draw. Against Jan, I think. I think that was the principle. I like this artwork for Inquisition of Cozy Lake because you see the spurs on it, roughly speaking. Wow, actually it required no balls, like it was a reasonable choice for just like that. And I do not often, because that makes it hard for my opponent to stand. The Grudge Pulse thing is kinda awkward. Gonna afford Seas. Take the Ancient Grudge. Play the Jar and play the Codex Shredder, I think. Although it's not great, of course, but my opponent's hand is a clunky one. Out of that. Really neat. Kinda makes sense to do if I don't draw a land. It's bad if I do draw a land. So Go mio. Now I need to top the K land, and then a land spell, a grudge, and an unknown, probably under land. Let's play this island, draw with this. If they play confident, it's gonna be tougher. This might be nice, this might be neat. Welding jar though. Just smart. Nobody does that and it's good. I only could play my cards. I can take their pools. They should probably jar, honestly. Because now I'm in a really fine match. And they're drawing. Oh, I can also draw this, that's fine. Also helps. It's only bad versus grudge. I think I will let my opponent draw the Inquisition here. Like, kinda unsure, I might let them... I might mail the Tarmogoyf. What do you think? An intense amount of time. By intense I mean... I also want to mill Liliana because it's extremely inconvenient. And I will let them have the confidant. It's not a clock and I have 3 mill rocks confidant. But that's it. This is very hard to cast. I don't like this card. Islands on my deck, I was surprised by that, but I did put a second island because I was scared. I have never won against a control deck regardless, but... sure that's reasonable or not, but my opponent just scoops. Yeah, it was kinda aggressive for my opponent to scoop. I would most likely win. Although I would draw some bad.